is that? We're over 50%. So 53% of our community is Hispanic in Victorville. And my desires are to help the residents to bring the services and the resources that our population needs. This is over 50%. Local government in Spanish, translation services, and local documents in Spanish. I've been in office for the last 5 months, and I've accomplished at least one goal so far. Coffee with a Cop is the first step to bridge the gap between law enforcement.
She looks embarrassed.
These events will be monthly. Now I'm working to incorporate safety with Spanish-speaking and radio stations.
This is Blanca Gomez, the creepy, corrupt city councilwoman. She's been under censure in Victorville.
Our community will continue to fight for our needs, and we will continue to unite with national efforts. To meet the challenge,
Okay, this is an event of the Raza activists to take over California.
My current situation in Victorville has been thus far. They've passed censor policies, limiting my time to speak, but that will not stop me from uniting in efforts that we all have in common goals. Right now, I'm prepared to embrace this journey for the next 4 years. My re-election is in 2020. I join with each one of you to wake that Mexican voting giant that was just expressed.
Oh my God.
I'm ready to prevail with each one of you. So I ask each of the leaders to please unite with me in the city of Victorville so that we can create this movement all over our nation, starting locally at each location that we have. There's a reason why I received over 8,600 votes, and I am sitting on a committee that was there for 8 years. But people want change, and change is here. So I'm so glad that I started to meet a lot of the mentorship that I'm getting here, and it's my honor to be at one of these great speaking events as this conference. So I'm getting empowered just as I hear each one of you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Whoa! We'll be there, Blanca. We'll be there. Whoa! Afuera! I'm subsidizing her EBT for her medical care.
Our council member from the city of Fontana, and please keep your comments to action recommendations.
I don't see him.
Entonces, Victoria. Victoria Vaca.
¿Dónde?
Okay, so then we'll go on to the next person, Chris Garcia.
Where's Chris? ¿Dónde está Chris?
Okay.
He got caught in a zipper.
Vamos a pedirle a Enrique Palomón Barajas o Ramírez, perdón.
Gary doesn't like that I mentioned the zipper. He doesn't like that. But... Where are you from? What if you're not Mexican?
Can't hear you.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Masoye.
My name is Luis Medina. I'm consul for protection of Mexicans and legal affairs of the Consulate of Mexico, Bernardino. And I'm here on behalf of Consul Salomon Rosas, the chief consul of the Consulate of Mexico, who sends his regards.
Okay, so everybody, I'm sorry I didn't explain it. We're at UC Riverside right now. This is a Mexican and Latino state summit. They're about planning how to take over California. There it is.
Mexican nationals living in the U.S.
Mexican,
The protection of Mexicans,
that's what's happening.
Mexico's interest abroad is one of the responsibilities that the embassies, diplomatic missions, and consulates of Mexico.
So you're talking about illegal...
Hey, let the man speak, man. What's the matter with you?
We're Americans.
That includes defending Mexican nationals.
That's an illegal alien, right? You got to get deported by the time.
The government of Mexico has been at the forefront, making sure our Mexican nationals are aware that we're here to assist them. The significant capacity of the government of Mexico. The significant capacity of the government of Mexico in the U.S. is notable. CDC owns green government with the largest network of consulates in the U.S.
Sorry.
50 representations of Mexico are here in the U.S. plus its embassy because it is, or it represents how important is the relationship among all countries. It's almost 1/3 of our representations abroad. In these consulates, we have opened advocacy centers. Those are known in Spanish as Centros de Defensoría. In the beginning of this year, these advocacy centers were opened. I would like to share some of the work our consulates have done in these advocacy centers.
Tienes huevos.
250 workshops with the help of immigration and criminal
This guy's out of line.
or attorneys specialized in criminal law. 218 workshops discussing emergency contingency plans. 280 workshops promoting individuals to become U.S. citizens. 945 know your rights workshops. 315 immigration diagnostic workshops. Screenings that are also the term which is used for these type of workshops. That is more than 2015 workshops have been done since the beginning of this year. We estimate that more than 172,000 Mexicans living in the U.S. have benefited from these workshops. Also, the government of Mexico has expanded this call center known as CIAM, Centro de Información y Asistencia a Mexicanos.
What?
Which is based or located in Arizona.
Oh my God, that's outrageous. In
The line
Mexico.
allows individuals to get assistance over the phone.
Illegals?
Such questions as, where can I locate my missing loved one after ICE or CD took them? What are my rights in the U.S.? What should I do in the event of a deportation? What program does the government of Mexico offer if I were to be deported? Where can I find the nearest workshops in my area? Legal advice from immigration attorneys, among other services. As you see, 24-hour call center is capable of handling various questions over the phone without putting our nationals at risk if they have to travel far from their nearest consulate.
What are you doing?
The CIAM call center took more than 1 million calls in 2016.
You need that.
And just this year, it has assisted more than 1.5 million Mexicans calling for this. With that, I will end. Just to highlight that the government...
This guy's teaching illegals how to avoid deportation. That's criminal.
The dialogue. Regardless, no difference among different parties. And now more than ever, one of the most important tools diplomacy has could not be neglected, and that's dialogue. Even though there is no difference among the parties, and we will continue defending the interests of Mexico abroad, and we're going to do it with very clear principles, objectives, and limits, and as long as our dignity allows it. So, thank you very
You guys
much.
don't have any dignity if you're breaking our law. Boo! Follow our laws!
Es Billy Muñoz Miranda, Consul General de Guatemala.
De Guatemala? ¿Cómo? Oh my God. This guy's,
Thank you very much.
he's the consulate from Guatemala. This is
Good
bullshit.
morning to everyone. I want to start with a phrase that is from Voltaire. I think that maybe I hate when I am listening from some of you, but I will defend with my life the right that you have to say. This country is made the basis of respect. I think
For our laws.
are in a room where people think very different. But we have the respect to share our ideas and to go out from here and be as friends. We think different, but we can share our opinions. Our position in our Guatemalan government is People from Guatemala, there are 3 million Guatemalans living in the United States. The 60% are immigrants, illegal immigrants, 60%. We know that we need a reform. Our government is working in Washington, D.C. to know and to see if we can get...
See, they're struggling with illegal immigration, too.
That is needed. You know that the system is broken. These
No.
people from Guatemala is looking only for a better future, for a better place to live, for a better place in which they can work and they can attend and they can assist their families. Migration is a human right. People have the right to see the best place for living in which they want, they can. Yes?
No. Lie.
How about the Mexican border? The Mexican border.
They don't agree with you.
They seek for a better place in which you can work.
Immigration
you
is
can
not a
get
human
money,
right.
You can have a family, you can find security. That's a human right.
No. No, it's not.
In Guatemala, we have 15 consulates right now. 15 consulates to serve 3 million people. In June, we're going to become the second country that has the most consulates abroad, just behind Mexico. Because our government thinks that the importance to give protection and to give this assistance for people from Guatemala live here is important for our government. I am the Consul of Guatemala in San Bernardino, in California, and just you know, in Southern California is the second largest region around the world in which lives Guatemalans. That's the importance of having a second consulate in Southern California. With the Consulate of Guatemala in Los Angeles and the Consulate of Guatemala in San Bernardino, we are serving 1,800,000 Guatemalans.
1,800,000.
So that's our vision, to serve
1,800,000.
and protect our people. That's the only reason we are here in this country, to protect and to serve our nationals. I want to thank you, Dr. Armando Navarro, UC Riverside, for this event. I want to thank you, all the panelists, and to you for all the attention. Thank you very much.
Boo! Legally! Americans first! Afuera! Americans first! Americans first! You,
The presentations by the different people that are here from the leadership. Now we want to ask everybody else here in the audience to participate.
Yes.
So we're going to ask everybody who wants to speak to please raise their hand and maybe come up here and make a question to the audience, to the panel.
With a slight modification,
Yes?
only because of the interest of time, because we did get a late start.
Whose fault is that?
I know. However, there are no questions to the panel. There are only recommendations, and we're going to save all those recommendations after the second panel. We'd like our second panel to come up, please.
Okay, thank you very much for all the panelists.
Oh, darn. You were married to a Central American, weren't you, Chanel? Central American, right? Belize. Central American.
I'm really trying to be very patient with you, but don't disrupt our meeting. No?
No, we're not.
No comments.
This guy attacked me. This guy stood in front of me. It's First Amendment.
Okay. I'm going to repeat you. This is our meeting. And if you don't be quiet, I need to just sort it out.
Wow. Wow. I got that. That was racist. Raciste.
They're coming in right now. All right, all of you who are with Trump and who want to stay, raise your hand. We don't want any comments out of you.
Gary, it's
because
kind of
we're
too
here
late
to
for me.
develop a plan. You can sit, you can observe. And that's the
Tell him to be
extent.
quiet.
And we don't sit and
This guy was
observe.
blocking. Okay, so that
This
means.
is our meeting.
Okay, it's.
Again, young man, this
But
is our meeting.
well, thank you.
We're trying
It is
to
public
respect
property, though.
Your right to be here.
You're on
because
public
registered.
property.
However, it's our meeting.
Okay, it's our meeting too.
Have you escorted out?
Yo soy americano también. And this guy was standing in front of me, so please make sure he stays seated. Yeah, you.
I can stand anytime I want.
Actually, you can't. You're disrupting the speakers. He's disrupting the meeting. Stop disrupting the
Not as
meeting.
much as you.
Put your hand down, you're blocking people behind you.
I agree. I absolutely agree. Say hi to Kevin De Leon.
Yay, Kevin.
Yay. It says go fire Kevin.
Governor of California.
Exacto.
No lo puedo dejar, no puedo
Déjalo.
oír nada de lo que dicen los.
I can't, Mariana, I can't hear it tampoco. I wear a hearing aid.
They gotta make comments about everything anybody says, you know, we
You
can't.
don't want, you can sit in silence. We don't want any comments. If you feel the need to make a comment, you will be escorted out.
But it's about time.
Mariana, I would like a security officer to come down here.
Okay, Vicente, Danny, we'll try to take care of it. All of you, please.
Okay, good morning.
Morning.
My name is
Buenos días.
Angela Zambrano, and I will be moderating this panel. And it is an honor for me
Skipping.
to present the panelists that will be discussing the proposals and strategies for resistance, and also to build the unity and power so that we can not only defend our community, but we move forward in generating the power that we have been talking about, okay? Because we do have power to change and to resist the war that has been declared among our people. I want to say that I am Chicana. My father was born in New Mexico, and my mother was born in Zacatecas, and therefore I am Chicana, and that's why we're saying, aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Y si nos dejan,
USA. USA. Woo.
So I have the first panelist is Luz Gallegos, and she is the executive director of Consulate.
Hold it.
Muchas gracias a todos. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I know a lot of us don't agree,
No,
but
I get the
I
person
respect
that. You're gonna have to
everybody's
know.
comments, but I do not agree with a lot of you that are here.
Oh,
First of
okay.
all, I do want to say that immigrants are significant contributors to our economy, both as consumers and taxpayers through sales, property, income, and other taxes. So our immigrant community
Unless you talk about
is
legal.
an economical force to the United States of our to the United States. I really don't want to talk about strategy or anything right now, but what I do want to elevate is what we're seeing in the grassroots. Working with a nonprofit organization, ever since election, it's been nonstop. Our community is going through some very hard times. We continue hearing from kids. We continue hearing from families. A lot of our kids do not want to go to school because they fear.
Whose fault is that?
They fear. They continue having that fear of their parents being separated and deported.
Well, whose fault is
So
that?
for us, hearing this and listening to our communities on and off about the fear that the terror that this new administration has caused is very. It really hurts us and it touches our hearts. Why? Because we're all against terrorism. But what's happening with this new administration is really causing terror within our community.
No, it's not.
Ahorita lo que estoy compartiendo para muchos de los compañeros que vinieron que no hablan español, inglés, estamos viendo la necesidad de un pueblo. Ahorita tenemos mucho temor entre nuestras comunidades. Estamos viendo a los niños que muchos no quieren ir a la escuela por el temor de sus padres de llegar y no están ahí sus padres. Ahorita se está haciendo mucho trabajo en la base para educar y para conocer nuestros derechos. pero más que nada se está haciendo una conciencia política entre nuestras comunidades, la conciencia política que tenemos que estar cívicamente activos, tenemos a las personas que se puedan hacer ciudadanos, hay que hacerlos ciudadanos y tenemos que salir a votar, porque es la manera que vamos a pelear sin violencia para todo lo que está haciendo. Nosotros no endorsamos.
That man in the green told me that California is not a part of the United
Pero
States.
sí tenemos que estar al pendiente de lo que está pasando entre nuestras comunidades, las personas que nos están representando. Nuestra organización, desde que fue fundada en 1984,
Shouldn't it be in English? Yeah, I agree.
hemos enfocado mucho en lo que es la ciudadanía. La organización ha ayudado a más de 100,000 inmigrantes a convertirse en ciudadanos, y ese es un poder político grandísimo.
Liz Espinosa asks a great question. Why don't we cross
Pero
the
más que
border?
nada tenemos que seguir unidos, estamos unidos, estamos enseñando nuestra resistencia como comunidad, estamos protegiendo a nuestras comunidades y vamos a seguir alzando nuestra voz para lo que es importante para nosotros, porque un pueblo callado jamás será escuchado.
That guy said the Rialto residents have 5 years to live.
Tenemos que estar
You.
muy al pendiente de todas las necesidades de lo que está pasando, porque estamos en la base, estamos